Okay. So can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Right. Right. Very good. Right. Okay. So first of all, before we start, DBT installation, right, we have to understand why we have to choose the first of all DBT software or a DBT ETL tool, right? So that is very, very important. Whenever you go in the market, right? Okay. So it's mandatory to understand, okay, which software I have to choose and what is my future, right? Okay. So in the market, I mean, in the current world, right, you have a different softwares, right? Generally, you have a back-end developer, front-end developer, admin. So there are many things, many technologies are there. Okay, not only this is the technology, you have a many technologies you can settle down in IT. Okay, but this is one of the ETL tool. Okay, it's just a tool. It's not a ETL tool; it's a ELT tool. Okay, so this is also now in the market, right? It is this particular tool is have its own capability, So now market also looking for the DBT tool. Okay, so mainly there are many ETL tools are there, ELT tools are there. Okay, then why we have to choose this one as our career? That is the very important. Okay, so before I go to the architecture, okay. So first of all, we have to understand what is DBT. Okay, then why we have to choose as a DBT is our future career. Okay, skill set. So as I said, right, um, not only if you learn DBT, you cannot settle down in IT. Okay, so this is just it's a third party layer. It's kind of a third party layer. What it does, it will just pull the data and transform the data and then finally load the data into a data warehouse and just come out from the actual their task, and it will not do anything after that. Okay, so in a simpler format, right, it just pickups and transform and push the data into a final table. That's it. And it will not store any data in the DBT. It will not store any data. Okay, so that is even see in the current environment, right? Okay, so I have seen, I mean, even I have started my career with Informatica. After that, again, I moved to Talent. Now, again, I move to, Azure Databricks and ADF, and again, this DBT. Okay, so like in the market, right, you can change the environments because depending on the features, depending on the cost. Okay, so your companies may choose the different softwares. Okay, so if you want to stay in IT, you have to change your skills accordingly, and don't choose older technologies which are legacy systems. Okay, so like I cannot say, but there are some tools are there, or some of them are there as a legacy. Okay, some of them they have not upgraded much, and but some companies they may use. It is not like that completely. They have shut down. Still, some of the companies still they are using, and still some of the our folks are, I mean, friends and colleagues in IT, right? They are working that those technologies. But to have a better future, a better salary, right? So what you have to do, you need to learn this kind of new technologies, and you have to prove yourself. Yes, you are a fast learner, and you are ready to work on any environment. So that will push you, in the good position, and you can stay in the better position with compared to your neighbors and when compared to friends, right? It is not like compared to friends and all, but the thing is the passion. Okay, the passion, uh, how you want to be there in future. Okay, so don't think about salaries and all first. Okay, but think about how can I adapt to this technology, how can I utilize this technology, then that will help you. Okay, so automatically when you expertise in this tool or any tool, then you will become a software engineer. Okay, so keep that in mind. So practice is very very important, and you have to spend days and months, okay, to understand, to go deeply into this tool. Where is the how we can build as a good architect on the DBT side, so that data can flow easily, faster, and with the data quality. Okay, so in data warehousing projects, we actually look for a better quality. Okay, the quality should be good, and faster performance. Okay, so you have written a logic is very nice, but that logic is taking the 1 hour or 2 hours, right? It is waste of time actually, because you have to look for the performance nowadays. See why we are moving into cloud, and we came up from the legacy systems. I mean on-premise to cloud, because to improve the performance, the data loading process. Okay, so that is the reason now we are choosing different uh, databases, different clouds to improve the performance, so that we can see the data on time. Okay, so instead of waiting for the data in days. Okay, so this is now coming to the DBT. Okay, DBT it's just a tool. I mean here you don't see like dragging and dropping. Okay, but here you can write some SQL queries to execute them. Okay, and you can perform using the SQLs, and even if you want to use any Python code, yes, that also it will help you hmm, to process the data. And DBT has its own name in the market. Also it's now popular in the DBT, and mainly DBT contains two things actually. Okay, I mean, software availability level I'm talking about. Okay. So one second, let me open a new tab. Mainly any software generally we will have a open source, okay, and a enterprise edition. Okay. So this open source, you no need to pay any money actually. Okay. Money to DBT or any companies, any software companies which they have developed this kind of tools or anything. Okay, so it's a open source. So, but there will be some features may not be available. Okay, some features, not I'm saying all, but some features may not be available. Okay, and in this open source, you will not get any help from. Okay, you will not get any help from the DBT company. Okay, DBT developers. Okay, company. So who has developed, right? From them you will not get any help actually. So you have to wait for the. There will be a community. In community, what they do, they will post. If, for example, you are using the open source software, DBT open source software, for example, and you got some error or you got some doubt which you are not able to identify. Okay, so then you need to post that error. Okay, so you have to, if you post that error, right? Okay, then they will respond whenever they have a time. Okay, it is not like that immediately they will, but whenever they have a time, okay, then only they will post. So it's a time consuming, right? So for example, you need to solve immediately, but they will not help you. Oh, okay, some of the companies using this open source, and yes, we will help them. No, they won't come. Okay, they will, whenever they have a time, they will post that error, and we need to look for that error. If they have any solution, then we need to fix it accordingly. But when it comes to here we can see some time gap and all. So now in the enterprise edition, okay, if you purchase the software, okay, if you purchase the software, then immediately whenever you have any issue, then support team will be there. Okay, support team will be there. They will help you. Okay, and you need to pay money. Compulsory money is very important. Okay, so these things will be there, and you don't worry in case any future errors comes, and you are a confident your admins can solve all the errors, means better you can take the open source. Okay, in case if you don't have any special features to be utilized. Okay, some features will be not available, right? All features will be there in our, okay, in our enterprise. So that is important. And here DBT, what they have done, they have introduced two things. One is core level and another one is cloud level. Okay. So core level also you can practice and cloud level also you can practice. Okay. So that is also one of the big advantage. So here, okay, generally nowadays we maximum use the cloud level only. Okay. But we will discuss both core and cloud. Okay. So we need to understand, so what, how the cloud DBT is working, and generally everything will be same. Okay, it is not like that you will have a different. Okay, but we need to understand both of them how those are working, and even if you practice here, okay, in the core, and it is similar here also, but little bit some difference might be there by looking at the feed. uh, just by visualization may be different, but almost everything will be same. Okay, so that is one thing. And coming to the DB tool, hmm, DB tool means already you know. Okay, so the full name of it's a data build tool. So this, before going to the DBT tool, again there are two transformations we have. Transformations in the sense ETL tool and as well as ELT tool. So here ETL tool and ELT tool, why they have designed, okay, why they are telling this like a ETL tool and ELT tool. Okay, so in the market when they have introduced the software, right, they have taken as a ETL tool. ETL tool means already everyone knows extraction and transformation and then loading, right? So here the famous tool is Informatica, Talent, hmm, Data Stage, etc. Okay, we have a ETL tool. So what this tool does generally, it will pull the data and transform the data, and then once everything is done, they push the data into a database. For example, you have a file, okay, and what it does, it will take the file and transform, okay, transform in in here itself, okay, in Informatica itself, Informatica server. Let me give a Informatica server. Okay, there itself, and then loaded into, okay, loaded into final table. You mean final table means whether it is a Oracle database or any other databases. Okay, so like this. So now generally now, okay, what happened? So while using this, right, so you can see some performance issues or anything. Even this transformation, this ETL tool, how they have designed, you can connect any source. Okay, maximum you can connect any source and pull the data. Okay, transform the data and load the data. So while after doing this way, there are some issues. I don't say issues, but there are latencies we have seen. I mean latency in the sense delay in the process. Okay, taking more time when if the job has to be run at we are expecting to be complete in 1 hour, but it is taking more than 1 hour. So these things we legacy tools we have seen. So at that time they come up with the solution like ELT. ELT. It means first, what they do, whatever the data present in file, okay, they load it into l- they load it into table first, entire data. After that, okay, they will transform. They will transform and load it into a warehouse. First, it is not happening like this. Okay, they are directly extracting and transforming, and finally, once the data transformation is done, then finally they are pushing the data into a table. But now it is not like that. Directly I'll push the file into a Snowflake and use the procedure and transform the data, load there itself. So that, right, what is happening? So some loads are we can balance, performance level. So we have a multi processing now. Okay, so that we can load the data fastly. Okay, so that is the reason they have come. So we have a like DBT tool. Okay, and we have a different. I will show you. Okay, um, ELT tools. See, Hmm. See ODI also ELT tool, data integration tool. So I'll show you here. So Adiptia. So this is also one of the ELT tool. Hmm? Aluma. We in market, right? We will have a many, but we will not use all of them. Okay, which is the file strand, hmm, Hero data, Hitachi, IBM, Infosphere. Okay, and Informatica. Now we have Kebola, okay, Medallion, Microsoft SSIS. So everyone they have changed to, I guess, ELT also, ELT model now. So there are many ELT tools are there. Yeah. Okay. See, everything you can get it in the Google. Okay, maximum. Okay, so now what is the benefit and what is the future of DBT means? DBT is have easily, you can write the code and you can just mainly, if SQL maximum, that is enough. Okay, you don't require to learn much like Informatica, TAL, and you no need to learn components and all. Okay, here you will have some models and macros you need to create and you can call them and you can execute. Simple. Okay, so you don't require to spend much time on the DBT. That is what the disadvantage is. Okay, and everyone will have their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, but I am not going to that much level as of now. Okay, first let's understand architecture, how DBT works, and then we will go to the advantages and disadvantages. So if you see here, so data loader means any, even DBT also, anything that push the data into a data warehouse. Okay, so here they have given, you see, Snowflake database. Okay, and this is what um, this is
PostgreSQL.
Postgre, right? Yeah, Postgre. And what is this one? Something. Okay, so there are some databases are there. Okay, warehouses. And what it does, this DBT, it's connect them the raw data which is under Snowflake, which is under Postgre, wherever, and then it transforms the data and then load the data into a final table. And the transformed data, BI tools. BI tools means already. Tableau, okay, and Power BI. Okay, so using those tools, or companies they will create their own ETL reporting tools. Okay, so they will push the they will pull the data and they will generate the reports. Okay, so using this DBT, how we can best develop the data models and how we can best improve the performance of data processing, mainly how we can improve the performance. That is very very important. Whether you take any ETL tool or ELT tool, first we will look for the performance. Okay, so same query, how you can write to improve the performance, that way we will look for. Okay, so here the below screenshot what you see, right? Okay, so this DBT pulls the data, raw data, and whatever we have developed, right? So that query, when you execute, it just checks their documentation part, I mean validation and everything, and finally they will push the data. Okay, and then data sets it will create, and you can using that tools like BI tools, machine learning operation, any other things. Okay, you can easily pull out the data. See here they have given a screenshot, I mean links to the DBT, right? Okay, this is the DBT here. Okay, and there are we have a see NoSQL database, data lakes, data transmission tools, data bricks, and you see Snowflake and our MySQL. It connects any databases. Okay, and does the transformation, and data governance also very important. What data governance means, whenever you are pulling the data, you are not hacking anything. Your system is not, I mean, business cannot see. So they have to encrypt. I mean, if I am using DBT, DBT should not see my data. Just it is transform, pull the data and transform. Okay, that's it, their work. They should not see our data. Okay, like that. For example, because whenever they are pulling the data, they can manage their site. If you see, we are uploading the profiles in our Naukri and LinkedIn. Okay, so at the time we upload our details, right? What they will do, they will sell this information to other organizations like banks and everything, so that right you will get the calls from banks and all. Once you upload that your profile, right, you just check. Okay, then immediately will get a call saying that sir, do you want any personal loan or any credit card, and every day they will call you. Okay, why? Because these people are selling the data and making money. Why? So that is the reason they sell the data. Every company like that. Okay, even Flipkart, Amazon, any companies, e-commerce companies, or any all in the world. Okay, even why? Because see, some of them will have our Aadhaar card and everything, right? So that also may happen. But I mean, we don't require to discuss. But this one, okay. So here also, it is just prepare the query and execute, so that what is that it will push the data into finally our database. So this is the architecture here, very simpler architecture. Okay, it is very important to understand. Okay, so steps are very important. If the call disconnected, right, again rejoin. Hmm? Okay. Hmm. And you see here you have